Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ellie, and if you're just new to my page, let me give you a big welcome. So, I am here today to give you an explanation for the Module 2 of English for academic and professional purposes. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. So, let me first share the module of Depth Ed, and for the information of everyone, I am not going to give the answers for the module because it was definitely written on the last page for the keto correction. So I'll be just going to give you an explanation for the discussion part and to give you some tips while browsing the whole module 2 of the subject EAPP. Well, definitely I uploaded already a lesson 1 discussion with my student. So it was a very long video because we also have a meeting that time. But I just think to upload an explanation video without my student, record it and upload it to my YouTube channel for me be able to share it to all of the students around the Philippines. So let us start my discussion. So I just need to check if the slide is already been shared. So there you have it. This is the module 2 of DepEd for the subject English for academic and professional purposes in the division of Bulacan. So it has a title which is using knowledge of text structure to glean information. So a lot of students, especially in the modular approach modality, they are still asking for an explanation because sometimes they have an access to the internet. So somehow I found it that they need a video that will explain the lesson. So since I'm an English major and I have the platform, which is my YouTube account, which I want everybody to please subscribe, and I'm actually doing it for many advocacies, and this is one of the reason why I want to be a teacher to many students around the world. So since I have just started my YouTube page, so I just shared lesson like those subjects that I am currently handling right now. So I am a teacher of English for academic and professional purposes. So let me do this first in this subject, and soon you can see a lot of information for this YouTube account. And actually, I'm discovering a lot of brand for my YouTube page, and I saw that I gain a lot of views with my discussion. So I think that I'm currently thinking that it could be my brand for for the rest of my video. So if this will be successful, then I will continue doing this one. So again, let us start the discussion. I am so talkative, so forgive me with that part. So let us scroll down the module. So I just want to give some tips in answering the module of the Division of Bulacan, Department of Education. Actually, they used the term glean, and not all the students knew what the glean word means. So actually, I would like to suggest that as if you encountered unfamiliar terms in your study, please put a dictionary beside you while studying so that you can check already the meaning of the unfamiliar terms, and I tell you it will help you for better understanding. So glean, it's like to collect information or to gather information bit by bit. So the title of our lesson for today is using knowledge of text structure to glean information. So we will be going to study, text structure, and this is very important in writing an essay. You know what? English for academic and professional purposes, it has a lot of writing activities. But before you write, you will need to study a lot of academic texts. Like you need to read numerous academic texts for you be able to write one. So before you write, kindly look for a book and read it. But actually, the debit modules, The curriculum for the subject EAPP has reading text. So if you want, please message me. I can give you a examples of academic text that you can read for more exposure. So again, the definition of glean means to gather or to collect information. All right. So there you have it. The pages of the module 2. Of course, you will definitely knew who's the author. So from the division of Bulacan, they are the development team of the module. I'm actually a writer of um, DepEd Bulacan as well, in not in the EAP subject, but I am a writer of the CESC, so Citizenship, um, Engagement, and Solidarity. So I am a writer in that subject, but actually I'm an English major. But my former teacher, my teacher from PUP, which also connected now to DepEd, requested from me to write a module for the citizenship engagement and solidarity. All right. So I am browsing the module so that you can see on the first pages. Of course, you will definitely see the introductory message. And I suggest for all of you guys, to dear student, to read the introductory message, because there you can see that this part, what I need to know, what I know, it will give you cues what are the information written on each part. So what I need to know, it has an idea of the skills or competencies you are expected to learn in the module. What I know aims to check what you already know about the lesson to take. If you get all the answers correctly 100%, you may decide to skip this module. But if not, you definitely need to study it further. All right. So, in what's in, this is a brief drill or review to help you link the current lesson with the previous one. So, it's the review part of the module. And what's new? In this portion, the new lesson will be introduced to you in various ways: a story, a song, a poem, a problem opener, or an activity or a situation. So it's like a motivation in a face-to-face setting. And what is it? It's like this is the section provides a brief discussions of the lessons. And in what's more, this comprises activities for independent practice. So I will not be going to discuss all the activities or help you to answer that, because I want you to do it on your own. And for what I can do, this section provides an activity which help you transfer your new knowledge or skills into the real life situation or concerns. And of course, there will be an assessment, additional activity, and the answer key, which is the reason why I don't want to answer the activities, because I want you to do it by your own. I think that my role for today is to just discuss the content of the module. All right, so there you have it. So at the end of this module, you'll find also there is also a following reminders in using this module. So use module with care. Do not put unnecessary marks or on any part of the module. Use a separate sheet of paper in answering the exercises. Don't forget to answer what I know before moving to other activities included in the module. Read the instructions carefully before doing each task. Observe honestly and integrity in doing the task. Finish the task at hand before proceeding to the next one. Return this module to your teacher facilitator once you are through with it. So let me just see myself. My hand is so malikot, so forgive. I will put it down for better understanding. I think it's disturbing. All right. So let's continue. Now we are already in the main objectives, which is the what I need to know. This module teaches you to use knowledge of text structure to glean information you need. Different activities are provided here that will help you gain knowledge and understanding the topic. At the end of this module, you are expected to identify the structure of academic text, differentiate structures of academic text, and create an academic text that can be applied to a text structure. So for objective number one, so what you need to do is to learn to learn how to identify, to learn uh, the different parts or structure of academic text. So that's the main purpose. And for number two, you need to differentiate each part of the academic text because the introduction, the body, and the conclusion is really different to each other and they have connection. And create academic text that can be applied to a text structure. All right. So the next part will be the what I know. So please answer that and check your answers using the key answer, the answer key rather. And the next one is the what's in. So this is the review one. So I already had a discussion about the lesson one. Please go to my YouTube channel and uh, look for the module one for the EAPP. So I hope it could be of help. And then the what's new, it is the motivation, an activity that is related to the subject matter. So don't be confused. And now that you have it, my role is about to begin. So what is it? So using knowledge of text structure to glean information. So that's the title again. So let us define first text structure. Every student should understand that a text should present its details and main ideas. Text structure helps them to organize a written text, giving its cause and effect or its different views. Text structures refers to organization of information in a passage. So I would like to give a very specific example coming from me about the text structure. So this module will teach you about different structures of text. And I would like to identify some of the parts of a an essay so that you will definitely know where you're going to put these text structures. So we have the introduction in the essay, we have the body, and we have the conclusion. So definitely, I usually put this text structure in the body part, okay, in the body part, because I use the introduction as the revealing the thesis statement and giving an information or an introduction to the topic using broad to specific information. And later on I will now use different text structure to really design my academic text. You will definitely know what I'm talking about by diving to the common types of text structure. So the first common type of text structure would be spatial or description. As you can see in our um, module, spatial or description. It gives a reader a detailed feature that creates a picture on his her mind about a topic. Spatial organization is when information in a passage is organized in order of space or location. Spatial organization can also be called as descriptive writing. If you're about to describe how something looks, you are describing it spatially. It can also be used in fiction and nonfiction, even in even if narration style or writing is usually arranged chronologically. If the author is describing a setting or a certain scene, the author is describing it spatially. So from the word description, I usually call this one as descriptive writing. So we are commonly like describing our subject. So we definitely tell what we see, what we feel, what we hear, what we taste. So you actually need to use your senses in describing and put into words and create a paragraph to describe the subject. So for example, the subject is like Sir Ellie. So Sir Ellie would be like how you describe me. You can put it into words and then create a paragraph. Use me as a topic. So that is descriptive writing. For example, you went to Boracay and your teacher asked you to write an essay about it. So you can use descriptive writing for the development of the information of or the academic text. So it's very uh, how to write an essay if the topic is Boracay. So definitely the correct text structure for you to use is descriptive writing or the spatial or description. For example, another example, if the topic is like the quarantine experience, so quarantine experience that you have in the Philippines. So you need to describe that, and you can select now by knowing the text structure, which is if for example the the text structure you will be going to use is descriptive. So you will be able to know, you'll be able to select right words to use. All right. And I found descriptive writing the easiest one because I just need to, you know what, give a lot of information. Because for me, the most challenging one is the, you know what, comparison and contrast, and at the same time, the persuasive, because you definitely need to think techniques because it's very technical. In descriptive, you just need to tell a lot of information about the subject matter of your essay. I hope you get the point. So let us proceed. All right. So, for example, another actually there is an example in the module. I just gave you my personal example, but in the module, since the depth module is a self-learning material, you actually don't need an explanation. But I am just helping a lot of students to have more examples. All right. So in this module, we have an example. Let me read. Volcanoes can be a source of fear and distraction. Even though volcanoes are like pressure valve in the inner earth, they are very beautiful sights. One of the parts of the volcanoes that cannot be seen all the time is the magma chamber. It is beneath the earth's bedrock and it's very hot. Condiled, it is the one that runs from the magma chamber to the crater, which can be seen to the top of the volcano. The crater is where the magma exists. Volcanoes are very scenic yet very dangerous. Sorry, sorry for the barb. Very dangerous. All right. So how you describe this example? If you can see that we started to the subject, which is volcano, and then later by little by little rather, volcano has been described, and that's the nature of descriptive writing. We just need to describe how it looks like, how it goes, what happened, what are the characteristics, what are the parts. So that is this very descriptive, and that's descriptive writing. I hope you understand. If you have more questions, please comment down below. All right. So let's proceed with cause and effect text structure. Cause and effect presents the relationship between specific events and ideas or concept. So let me just inform you, we're moving to number two. Example of text structure. Number one, descriptive writing, and number two, cause and effect. Cause and effect, once again, present the relationship between specific events, ideas, or concepts. So we have the causes and we have the effect. What affects the effect? Of course, the causes. Cause and effect is one way of organizing information. It explains reason why something happened. It can be ordered as cause to effect or vice versa. It is generally used to expository rather, and persuasive modes. So you definitely remember this one because when we were in elementary and high school, we have the lesson cause and effect. For example, Sir Ellie studied very well. Um, then he got a very high score in his diagnostic test. So, what is the reason why I get the high grades is because study very well, which is the cause, and the effect is the high scores. Did you get that? It can be cause to effect wherein it explains why something happened in the effect of it. It can be also effect to cause wherein it explains the results of things that happen and it reasons, this structure is commonly used. Most of the time, writers do not notice that they use this kind of text structure. All right. So, in developing a paragraph, and if your goal is to show cause and effect, and if your goal is to like, I remember when I was writing my thesis, I encountered a type of research that I need to remember what happened in the past. It's like causal, yeah. It's a causal strategy or type. You need to remember something for you to figure out the result, or why the scene, or why the, for example, there's a crime scene, the result is already there. So now we, and the victim is lying on the ground. So the investigator, the inspector, will investigate the body by going back to what causes the person's death. So that is actually an example of where does the effect came from and where does the cause came from. For example, many people think that they can acquire illness by going into cold weather improperly dressed. However, illnesses are not caused by temperature. They are caused by germs. So trembling outside in the cold probably won't strengthen your immune system, but you are more likely to acquire illness outdoors because you will greatly be exposed to germs. So I want you to take note of the examples. The meaning was being developed by um, cause and effect. So it actually revealed first the some of the people assumptions about illness, that it was being caused by a cold weather. There is actually now cause and effect there. Other people think that the cold weather is the cause while people get illness, but actually another sentence that use cause and effect text structure is that illnesses are not caused by temperature, they are caused by germs. So now the cause is the germs and the effect is the illnesses again. Trembling outside in the cold probably won't strengthen your immune system, but you are more likely to acquire illness outdoors because you will greatly be exposed to germs. So see how the sentence, the paragraph rather, has been developed in this example. So it really shows the characteristic of cause and effect, and how it shows um, the use of cause and effect in, you know what, writing a paragraph. All right. In the previous example, the paragraph explained how germs cause illnesses. The germs are the cause in the paragraph, and the illness is the effect. Here is the another example. All right. Students are prohibited to chew gum in my class, while other students think that I am just being mean. I have a lot of good reasons for this rule. First, there are some irresponsible students who can make messes with their gums. Students may leave them on the bottoms of their desks, drop them on the floor, and put it them or other people's property. Another reason I experienced that when I was in elementary. Another reason why I don't allow students to chew gum is because it can be a source of distraction while listening, reading and writing and learning. When they are allowed to chew gum, students are more worried about having it, popping it, chewing it, and snapping it. This is why I don't allow students to chew gum in my class. So see how again the cause and effect has been used to develop the text using cause and effect. The topic is bubble gum, and it was being used in a setting of a classroom, and it was used as why not chew bubble gum in the classroom or during class. And the reason that the effects were being that the reason why being stated, and it could be the causes, and the effect is that the students are prohibited to chew gum in the class. All right, so you just need to um, rumble it, not rumble, actually arrange it rather, for perfect understanding. All right, so let's proceed for the another example of text structure, which is comparison and contrast, which is the for me I never actually use this frequently. Comparison and contrast gives the similarities and differences between two or more people, event, concepts, ideas, and the like. Comparison and contrast is a text structure or pattern of organization that discusses similarities and differences. All right, let's proceed further. These patterns is generally easy to recognize. Writer who is comparing or contrasting will bounce back to the forth between two subjects. Here are some signal words. So in comparison and contrast, we have the signal words and that you really need to use for you to write a comparison and contrast. Because if not, maybe you will go to other text structure. So if you want to use comparison and contrast, you need to use signal words like, unlike, both, neither, or neither. Both of them are correct. Similar or different. Example: mangoes and durians are both fruits. That's the comparison. They both have seeds inside of them. Each has a skin, but durian skins are thick and difficult to peel. Mango skins are thinner and peel easily. Durians have distinct stench while mangoes have sweet smell. But both fruits are delicious. So that's how comparison and contrast is being used. But actually, I upon explaining this, I I kindly think that it was not hard. You can actually do it. I actually want to change my mind about comparison and contrast. With the example given in the module or the SLM, it was easy. Okay, I changed my mind. Now let's proceed with the chronological order. When we say chronological order, the first, second, third. Chronological order explains a text by time an event occurs. Chrono means time and logic means order. The events occur along timeline even if the author uses flashbacks or flash forwards. So let's give an example because it's definitely an easy one. This morning was pretty crazy. I woke up really late because of wrong setting of my alarm. It was set PM instead of AM. I just wore any clothes and ran out the door. I rode my bike as fast as I could with the thought that I was going to be late for sure. But when I got there, everyone was outside and there were fire trucks and lined up in front of the school. I guess somebody pulled the fire alarm before class started. It worked out though because nobody really noticed or minded that I was 30. So can you see how chronological order um, really works in developing um, text structure as a text structure in developing academic text. So it actually tells the sequence of the event. It actually tells times and logic, and actually it's like the timeline of what's happening. You can actually use this by making a recipe. So when you're cooking, that is actually requires chronological order. You can actually write a paragraph in telling how to cook paella, for example. I hope you understand. And let's proceed with the problem and solution. And I think it is the last one. And I'm about to finish my discussion for today. And again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment all of your questions down below, and I will answer that to my for my future uploads. And of course, if you want to see all of my discussion, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you will know if I have already my explanations for the subject that you want me to explain. If you have a request for any subject, you just need to comment it on my discussion, and I will provide a discussion also for whatever my subscriber wanted me to explain. And again, for the last one, of course, we have the problem solution. Problem solution mentions a problem or problems, identifies some possible solutions, and discusses the effect of the solution. Problem solution is a pattern of organization that explains a problem or issue and an attempt solution in the use. This type of text is usually interchanged with cause and effect type of structure, but only thing that they should remember is that cause and effect text structure do not offer a solution. This mention a problem and then offers a solution plus the possible effect of a solution. Actually, this is what I'm talking about. One of the hardest to write, but actually, when you are writing it already, you will enjoy this because it's like, you know what, looking for the problem and promoting a solution or giving a possible solution to the problem that you have. Think in a form of paragraph. All right. So let's read the example. Bullying has been prevalent these days. These encounters make it hard for children to develop confidence and have self esteem. Fortunately, bullying has been noticed and is being addressed by many sectors of the company. However, these efforts are not enough. The most effective way to stop bullying is by nurturing and inculcating good manners and right conduct within families. So, as you can see in the examples, the problem is bullying. And now, in this sentence, it provides rather solution for the bullying. So in the sentence like, the most effective way to stop bullying is by nurturing and inculcating good manners and right conduct within families. So it's actually, do not solve, it's not actually there's a problem and you will give solution. It suggests a solution to the problem. It's like a proposal. It's like a giving an idea on how the problem could possibly be solved. All right. Again, for all of the questions that the ends of our discussion for today, I hope you understand it by means of my explanation. And for more questions, please comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye. Thank you.